Yeah, what's your job?
So I used to do EMS work, like off and on. I was really kind of a student, a volunteer. It's complicated. I was a volunteer because I was a student.
Yeah.
I did that for like off and on for 10 years, about trying to obtain my paramedic degree. I never got the license, but I got an associate's degree in EMS and worked all the way up to EMT intermediate. And I know this is a question that might get asked one day. What's the worst call you ever been on? That's usually the question people are going to ask.
Yeah.
I feel like you might have wanted to ask that, but I'll
Well,
answer it anyway.
I was kind of thinking I was going to ask you, how do you think that experience of being like seeing people like in uh, towards the end of their life or at the end of their life, how do you think what effect did that have on you, like in
That's
your relationship
wow.
with God?
That question tied in with the question I thought you were going to ask. That's the worst call I've ever experienced is somebody not repenting or
Mm,
somebody not like hearing about God and then dying. That's the worst call you could ever experience as a Catholic and a paramedic or a medic and all that. And like practicing Catholics is to see somebody not care and just die. That's the worst thing because you know that they're either in purgatory or hell. You have to like you have a high certainty that they might be there. You don't know, but you might. It's probably chance they're probably somewhere not good at the moment.
how did you know that they didn't care? Like were there outward
Oh, the outward, it was they didn't have time. They didn't. It's not that I knew they didn't care. It was just they didn't have time to like process, and then bam, they're dead.
yeah.
And it's
That,
like, do you want to like do? Is there something I can get you? No, no. Like they kind of like that. They fall, but they lean back and just die instantly. And I
yeah.
don't. I'm not making fun of that at all. I'm just showing you that's what they would do.
Yeah.
But it's scary. Like one instance, this is why death is really real to me because one instance we were at it, the person was on a scanning table, and then they code it. Coding means I don't know if you do medical stuff, but when they say they code, that means
Mhm.
they've died. They're dying. Their
Mhm.
heart stopped, or like there's something. Basically, their heart stopped, so they had to perform CPR on them, and they couldn't get them back. The person that died, they had called time of death sometime, and then the family came in that was crying, and I was like, "Is there anything I can do for you?" Like, it really stuck with me. They're like, "What can you do?" And that's what they asked me. I was like, "Wow, you're right. I'll leave."
Yeah.
And it's like, "What can you do?" And like that's really a question that stuck with me. Like, what can we do when that happens? When the person dies, is except pray, you know?